How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to an episode here on Let's Build Twitter. As always, I'm Ethan, or an Uncoder, your favorite underqualified senior software engineer. And as always, if you guys do want access to the private repository, there is a video in the description down below that walks you through exactly how to get that. I'm gonna go ahead and try to remember to say that again because there's a lot of people starting to ask again. But in today's episode, this is a continuation of last episode where I recorded way too long. We're gonna go ahead and continue working inside the notifications page once again. Last episode, we got to be able to kind of click through these and go to different pages. And now this episode, we're going to go ahead and work on making some actual individual follow components and then putting them onto the page and grouping them together based on when they were posted. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop straight into code and get to work. So now what we can go ahead and do is we can actually make a follow component or a follow notification that uses this notification, bring it in and kind of work on some stuff. So let's go back into our navigator here. Let's go ahead and say follow notification. Make sure I spell notification right. Follow notification.tsx. Let's go ahead and make a follow notification.css. Okay, let's go into our follow notification. Let's import React from React like so. And then let's also go ahead and how do I want to deal with this? Yeah, let's go ahead and import our /follow notification.css. I'll deal with what I'm thinking of in a second. Export const follow notification. This will be a React.function component, which takes in notifications, which will be an I notification array. We'll bring that in from the global interfaces in a second, equal to maybe notifications. Well, let's go ahead and bring that in as well. So we'll import our notification and we want the interface. I don't know why I'm not finding the interface here. Here we go, notification interface. We're gonna bring this as an I notification like so. Now we're gonna go ahead and say const first user set first user equal to use state, bring in use date. This will be a string. I don't remember what this does. We'll see in a sec, I guess. So we're just going to go ahead and return notifications 0.action user.nickname. We're going to go ahead and return. And here we'll have a notification. So this will actually come in from our notification. We'll have icon, which we need to go ahead and create in a second. So for now, we're just going to have this notifications equal notifications. Sorry about that, I tickled my throat. So we'll deal with the icon in a second. Inside, we'll go ahead and have a P with a class name equal to. And here we'll say follow notification text. Oops, let me fix that. Inside, we're gonna have a span. Say class name equal to follow dash notification dash text dash bold. And here we'll have first user. And then what we'll go ahead and do is outside that span, and yeah, I guess it says the first user's name and then it says however many, we'll say notifications.length is greater than 1 question mark. If that's the case, we'll say and $ curly brace notifications.length, the notifications.length -1, and then we'll say others. And then otherwise it'll be nothing, and then followed you. Basically it says, hey, this first person followed you, and if there's more than that, we'll go ahead and say others, however many others followed you as well. And I might need to add a space there, I don't know, we'll see. But I think that's literally all we have to do for this. It's very, very simple. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure I did CSS for this, so I need to go ahead and find the CSS. Actually, no, first we're gonna go ahead and create the component for the SVG props. So let's go ahead and go into Twitter really quick. So go ahead and get this. I'm just gonna go ahead and inspect the icons. I'm gonna grab the follow, then I'm gonna grab this SVG specifically. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy, and I'm gonna go ahead and copy the element. Let's go ahead and go in here, go to my Explorer. Let's go up to our components, SVGs. Inside of SVGs, I'm gonna go ahead and say follow notification svg.tsx. Go in there. We're just gonna go ahead and import our SVG props This is going to come from our global interfaces. Then we're going to go ahead and say export default function. And this is going to be follow notification SVG. This is going to take in props, which are our SVG props. We're going to return, and then inside here, I'm just going to go ahead and paste that in. Now this is really gross. Let's see if I can see F. No. Okay. Let me go ahead and fix this really quick. After I make it pretty, we'll make the changes. All right. Looks a lot better. Let's go and get rid of this class because we do not need it. So let's go highlight to the end here. Delete that. Now instead, we'll say height is equal to props.height. Our width will equal to props.width. Whoops. Let me fix that. Broke it. Width. We also need to do the fill. So inside of our path, we'll say fill equal to, and then props.color. If we have it filled out, we'll say props.color. Otherwise, we'll just do black 000. Let's go back to our follow notification and add this in. So now in the icon, what we'll go ahead and do is instead of having this empty thing, we'll say follow notification SVG. We're going to pass in the width. I don't know why I did width first. It doesn't really matter. Width will be 30. Height will equal to 30. And then the color is going to be Twitter blue. So this is going to be pound and then 1D. A1 and then F2. So there is that, and I need to make sure that we actually close this guy off, otherwise it's going to be mad at us. And there is our follow notifications. Now I just need to go ahead and set up the actual CSS. So let's go into follow notification.css. This is pretty simple. So dot follow notification dash text. I don't know why we don't have follow notification is what it is. Margin 0. I don't think we ended up needing it. Margin top 8px. I have a margin dash left of 48px. We're going to go ahead and have padding of 0, a font dash size of 15px. We're going to have a font dash weight of 600. We don't have our dot follow dash notification. I'll fix the top one. I just realized I typoed. Text bold. This is the case for a font dash weight of 900 and make it bold. Let's fix this boo-boo. Follow dash notification dash text. Now we basically need to do the work here. And I know it's already getting pretty long somehow, so bear with me. Let's go ahead and go back into our navigation. So inside notification, this should have also been inside components, whatever. Notification, all slash notifications, all.tsx, and then we'll go ahead and say a notifications all.css. Okay, let's go into our components. We'll go ahead and import React from React, export const notifications all react.fc, and this is also going to bring in notifications, which is an I notification array. We'll have to do the same thing again, equal to an arrow function where we break apart our notifications. If I could type them right, notifications. Here we go. Let's import our notification interface as I notification. There we go. And let's see what's going on here. Notifications. This needs to be an object. Fix that. Now it's just going to be mad because we're not returning anything. We have to do some logic here to basically group together notifications in a specific way. This is going to be what's displayed on the all notifications page or the page that just goes to /notification. So we're going to say const grouped notifications is equal to, and this is going to return a JSX.element, maybe array. We're going to spit out different types of notifications based on the different things that we need. We're going to go ahead and say const, and this is going to say sorted by notification. Oops. By notification array is equal to this. We need to create a function. We'll do that in a second. And then we'll say let notification map equal to new a map of type string and I notification array. We're going to say let notification components equal to JSX array. So JSX element array. And again, this will equal to an empty array. So this will make more sense when we get to it. So first we need to loop through all of the notifications. Now these will be the sorted ones. So we'll deal with that in a second. We're going to say sorted for each sorted notification. Let's go ahead and do some work. So we're going to say switch on notification type. We're gonna have a bunch of work here. So right now we're only gonna do follow because that's all we're worried about right now. And then we'll go ahead and break just to be safe. And we'll have a default that just all it does is just breaks as well. So inside the follow, we're gonna say if our notification acknowledged, if it's acknowledged, we're gonna do some logic and let's fix this. If it's acknowledged, we'll say const notification month is equal to new date, and this will be notification timestamp get month. So we're going to figure out what month it was kind of created. Const key is equal to read follow notifications for month $ curly brace and then notification month. So we're gonna make a new key in this map. What we're gonna do is we're gonna basically put in the map all of the follow notifications that were read in this month inside of this. So we're gonna check if not notification map that has this key. So we haven't created this key yet. We're gonna go ahead and say notification map dot set. We're gonna go ahead and set the key. We're gonna go ahead and just put in that one notification. We'll add more notifications later. And then we'll go ahead and break. Otherwise, we'll say let notifications for this month equal to notification map dot get that key. And then we're gonna say notifications for this month. And this is kind of annoying. It thinks it might not exist even though we already checked. So we're gonna say exclamation mark. We're going to head and add that notification. We're going to say notification map dot set. We're going to go ahead and say key and then notifications for this month. Again, we're going to have to make sure that we put an exclamation mark because it thinks it might not exist. And I might have, yep, I didn't use this properly. Let me go ahead and make use of this. So instead of notification map, it should be notification month. There we go. So if it was already read, we're going to do that. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and say if not notification map dot has, we're gonna go ahead and say not unread or not unfollowed, unread follow notifications. We're gonna go ahead and group all the unread follow notifications together, and we're gonna group the read ones in by month. So if that's the case, we're gonna say notification map dot set. We're gonna go ahead and say unread follow notifications, and this will be an empty array. Then otherwise, we'll say const unread follow notifications is equal to notification map dot get unread follow notifications. Again, it's going to get mad at us because it thinks it might not exist. So we're going to say unread follow notifications exclamation mark dot push. We're going to push that notification. And we'll go ahead and say notification map dot set, and this will be unread follow notifications. We'll go ahead and say exclamation mark, or actually unread follow notifications exclamation mark. Again, this is gonna get really ugly and really nasty as we go here. It is what it is, and it's really mad at us right now because we're not returning anything. So at the bottom of this, we'll have more work. But basically what we're doing, if it's acknowledged already, then we're gonna go ahead and group them together with other notifications from that specific month. Otherwise, we're just gonna group all of them together if they're unread. So after this switch, we're gonna say notification map dot for each. Again, for each notification list inside this map, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to have a switch once again. We're going to switch on the notification list 0 dot notification type. Again, we're only going to do the follow case. So if it's a follow, what we're going to do is we're going to say notification components dot push. We're going to go ahead and push in the a follow notification component. The key will equal to notification list 0 dot notification ID. Notifications maybe will equal to our notification list. And then we will break. And by default, if for whatever reason, we'll just go ahead and break. We won't do anything with it right now. And then finally, we can go ahead and return our notification components. So once we kind of have all of our notifications mapped inside that notification map, we'll go ahead and push them onto here and then return that. And let's see what's going on with this. Never mind, this is fine. It's still mad because we're not returning anything. All of this just to go ahead and return a div with a class name equal to notifications dash all. I don't know if we actually style this. Then inside, we're going to go ahead and say grouped notifications and call that. Now we do need to go ahead and create a function to deal with the sorting. So let's go ahead and open up this. Let's go in here. Let's go ahead and say utils slash, and this is going to be notification utils.ts. And let me make sure I spell utils right. And then in here, let's get rid of that. We're going to go ahead and say import our notification interface. We're going to say export function sort notifications by timestamp. Pass in notification, which is is a notification array. This will return a notification array. We're going to basically make sure these are resorted because whenever we smush them all together, they might get out of date. So we're going to return notifications.sort a comma b, and it's getting a little bit weird here. And then we'll say return negative new date, pass in a dot notification timestamp dot get time, and then minus new date, same thing, b dot notification timestamp dot get time. And then to make it descending instead of ascending, we need to go ahead and negate that. Now we can go ahead and use this. So let's go back into our all notifications. And then in here, we need to go ahead and actually use the sort function. So let's go ahead and get rid of this. We're going to go ahead and say sort notifications by TS. I don't know why it's not showing up. And then pass in the notifications. I'll make sure that I export it in a second. Let's see if it shows up. Nope. Let's go back to Explorer, export function, sort notifications. Let's make sure it's saved. Looks like everything's spelled right. See if I find it now. No. Let's try to import it. Import sort notifications by timestamp. Must have spelled something wrong. Let's copy this, paste it here. Come down here, paste that. There we go. Cool. So now theoretically, all we need to do is go ahead and throw this into our notifications page. So let's go back to our notifications page. And now what we're going to go ahead and do, instead of saying like notifications : all, we're going to check to see what the path is and then go ahead and display the correct basically notifications page. So here we're going to say location dot path name is equal to just slash notifications. If that's the case, we'll say and. Let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit, make it look a little bit prettier. If that's the case, we'll say notifications all. Bring in that notifications all. And then our notifications, so notifications is going to equal to, we're going to make an array, dot, notification state, dot, and we'll have follow notifications. We'll say dot, notification. I could type state, and then this will be post action notifications. And then go ahead and make sure we close this out. So now fingers crossed, and I guess we probably don't need this all notifications anymore, so we can probably get rid of this for now. Let's go ahead and go in and see if this is working. I might have to debug some stuff because that was quite a bit of work here. But as you can see, this one looks like it still might be backwards. Let me refresh. There we go. So now you can see, actually, yeah, so seems like maybe the red and unread are backwards. Let me take a look. So if I click on this one, actually, let's take a look in here again. So we have one true, so this one is red. The timestamps might be a little off here. So let's go ahead and do this. So the true one, let's grab a random timestamp here. We'll grab this timestamp. Come up here. We're going to make a small change to this. we can still say 2024. Let's say 07, and then we'll say 27, except this one we'll say 06. Okay, and then we'll do a couple from last month and a couple from this month. So this one should be the newest one. I think that my read versus unread is still not working, so I'll have to take a look at that. But let's say this one should be a little bit newer, so it's gonna be like, let's say 630. So this one can be like 727 maybe, and this one can be like 730. Let's restart our backend. I think I need to swap my acknowledge to not acknowledge. I think I might have messed that up. Let's go back to our front end, give it a refresh. There we go. So now we have 3 unread. Now it's working. We click it. Did not quite do it. Nope, that is what it's supposed to do, because there's 2 from last month, 2 from this month. So that did actually work. Now, of course, I need to figure out how to clear this. I didn't put that into consideration in this episode, but I've already been recording for an hour. Hopefully I can cut it down a little bit. That's going to be it for this episode. Next episode, we'll continue working on getting rid of that dot. We might actually modify the dot a little bit to have how many notifications we have. And we also need to go ahead and start working on things like the post ones, so that it's like liking and reposting, stuff like that. So if you guys please would, I need some examples of what like a repost looks like, of what a like looks like, and replies and all that stuff. So please do me a favor. I'm going to go ahead and post on Twitter when this video goes out. Make sure to go ahead and like, reply, do all of that stuff. That way you can go ahead and help me out. Obviously it'll help me out on Twitter as well, but I really need it for the video. But I think that's going to do it for you guys. So as always, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm, And if you guys do enjoy the series and want to see where I started from absolute nothing to get to the point where I am now, there is a playlist in the description down below that'll actually go ahead and start from nothing to now. But as always, guys, this has been Ethan on Coder. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one.